we're already short of time. Any comments? One-line questions? Anyone have any of these wonderful people sitting here? Just anyone stand up and talk. Two of your single yet. Sorry girls. Then how important it is for women to have a supporting partner who understand entrepreneurship just as well. You know, generally we see women managing the back office and just letting the husband be the star of the project and still, doing all the other work. So what is this? What this has to do with women becoming more entrepreneurial, better support?
Okay. Being a friend or a wife?
I think in a partnership, you have husband-wife relationship or partner-partner relationship.
Okay, so can I?
Yeah.
So let me just look at it, this question from a fundamental point of view, right? Then I'll come to that point. So there is a problem in the way we raise our daughters today, and everybody I know, you guys know that. The way I think the society has set up the rules, the way we believe, in spite of giving education, I'm not even talking about the grassroots at this point. Even the educated class, even the middle class, and the top class, even there is no expectation from women to go out and do something phenomenal. And they're always there. They take risks. There is this sense that somewhere in a value system that doesn't let them be just on par with men. The way the mentality is all set, and that has to change. And the only way that has to change is through the family. The family from day one. If you tell women that you are special and you are born to do great things. If we tell this to our daughters from day one that you are born to do great things and repeatedly keep telling that, and that is going to make miracles, right? So that is missing at this point in time, and so that has to happen to make them feel special, so that they start taking risks. Okay, that's how it is. Coming to your second question, that is how supportive a partner should be, right? So I think it is really, really important. Especially because women have an extra burden of bearing a child and all those things, and so many things happen. And I would feel that just to give you an example about my wife. So we were expecting a child 5 years back, and then at that point in time, after my child was born, I have a beautiful daughter, 3.5-year-old. So when she was born, my wife was at home at that point in time, and she was not doing anything pretty much. And then the thing was there in her mind, so she should go back to her job. What she should do? So then she utilized that time that she had at that point in time to think what more she could do. And then she went out there and created a business plan. And then guess who funded her? I funded her. I invested in her. I invested the working capital, and then guess whom she hired as CEO next? Yes, she hired me back as a CEO of the same company because she did extremely well. So we are a few players who build extremely sophisticated products now. We're competing against the best firms in the world, and we are not doing just normal outsourcing. So we're really doing some kick-ass products, right? So I joined as a CEO in last November, and we're doing extremely well now. So I feel that this is an inspiring story. How a husband and wife can work together. You'll definitely fight, but still worth it.
Sure, coming back to this Nirmala ji, I'm pretty amazed to see that you said you waited until all children were grown up, and then you decided to become it, which is even more difficult. I've seen a lot of women start a business, but then they take a backseat and they have kids, and then it just becomes impossible for them to come out and then say, no, I want to be in business again. So please, these two things you enlighten us.
ये तो बहुत ही बड़ा चैलेंज था मेरे लिए, क्योंकि सबसे पहले तो वेस्ट डिस्पोजल ये लास्ट प्रायोरिटी वाला सब्जेक्ट है। वेस्ट का डिस्पोज करके बाय प्रोडक्ट सेल आउट करके पैसा मिला कमाना, ये सोच ही नहीं सकता था। ये मैंने करके बताया है। डिफिकल्टीज तो बहुत आती है, 2 सेशंस तो कम हो जाएंगे डिफिकल्टीज बताने के लिए, मगर मैं कभी मेरी डिफिकल्टी नहीं बताती। बेसिकली मैंने बीएससी किया है, कॉलेज में थी, मगर बाद में एनवायरनमेंट का पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन किया है। जब कॉलेज में लेक्चर देने के लिए जाती हूँ तो वो बोलते हैं कि एनवायरनमेंट का आपके पास क्या है, मगर प्रैक्टिकल नॉलेज मेरा बहुत था इसमें, इसलिए मैंने पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन एनवायरनमेंट में किया। फिर टेक्नोलॉजी एडॉप्ट की मैंने, वेस्ट से इलेक्ट्रिसिटी तैयार करने की जो टेक्नोलॉजी होती है वो मैंने एडॉप्ट की, उस पर बहुत पढ़ाई की, सही में पढ़ाई की, और फिर मैंने ये सब्जेक्ट आगे लेके जाने का तय किया। जब मैंने ये बिजनेस नहीं किया था, मैंने बैंक से लोन भी नहीं लिया था, क्योंकि बैंकर्स नहीं बोलते थे कि बस डिस्पोजल ये बिजनेस हो सकता है, मगर मैंने काफ़ी लोगों को ये बिजनेस करने के लिए तैयार करने के लिए मैंने ये बिजनेस किया। छोटे गांव में जाती थी, वहाँ बहुत डिफिकल्टी होती थी उनको समझाना, बताना। ये ऐसा था, ट्रेडिशनल मेथड छोड़ के ये न्यू मेथड अडॉप्ट करना जो फार्मर्स के लिए भी बहुत डिफिकल्ट होता है, सबके लिए डिफिकल्ट होता है, मगर ये उनको बताना, करके लेना और उनको रिजल्ट बताना, ये मैंने किया है। आपने बताया कि मेरी लड़की, मुझे तो लैपटॉप भी ऑपरेट नहीं करने आता था, मगर मैंने ये सीख लिया, सब सीख लिया। मोबाइल और मेल कैसे करना है, क्योंकि अभी ऑल इंडिया में चल रहा है मेरा काम, तो ये मेरी लड़की मुझे साथ करती है। बैंक का जॉब छोड़ के इसमें उसमें काम करना, ये तो बहुत डिफिकल्ट था। मेरे मिस्टर इंजीनियर है, ये जब इलेक्ट्रिसिटी तैयार करने का मैंने टेक्नोलॉजी अडॉप्ट की और वो आगे चल के मैं कर रही थी, तो काफ़ी डिफिकल्टी होती थी। लोग बोलते थे तू इंजीनियर थोड़ी है, मगर मैं बोलती थी मैं नहीं, मेरे घर में इंजीनियर है, वो मुझे सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं। और ये ऐसा बहुत कम जगह होता है कि घर की महिला कुछ बिजनेस करती है और बाकी लोग उसको सपोर्ट करते हैं। घर में एक बिजनेस होता है ट्रेडिशनल, उसको सब लोग सपोर्ट करते हैं, मगर महिला अनपढ़ होकर भी बिजनेस करती है और उसको बाकी लोग पढ़े लिखे वाले हैं वो सपोर्ट करते हैं। ये पिक्चर दिखने को मिलता नहीं है, और यही मेरा मुझे लगता है सक्सेस है। 50,000 से लेके आज 5 करोड़ तक का, वैसा ज़्यादा नहीं है मेरा टर्नओवर, ऊपर बैठे वाले तो बहुत टर्नओवर वाले लोग हैं, मगर फिर भी ये वेस्ट से इतना टर्नओवर करना, और जिनके पास बड़े बड़े टर्नओवर वाली कंपनी है उसको मैं अभी कंसल्टेंट हूँ, वो एसोसिएट करने के लिए मेरे पास आया, क्योंकि मेरा प्रैक्टिकल नॉलेज काफ़ी है, ऐसा मुझे लगता है। जो दुनिया में कहीं भी अभी मेरे पास प्रेजेंटेशन दिखाने के लिए नहीं है, पर कभी भी आप गूगल पर जाकर निर्मला कांडावाकर, आपने तो अभी मुझे देखा है, तो पूरी जानकारी मिल जाएगी कि ऑल इंडिया में कचरे से इलेक्ट्रिसिटी तैयार करने वाली मैं फर्स्ट लेडीज हूँ। ऐसा मैंने बताया है, सर्वे किया है। ये वेस्ट का डिस्पोजल करके कुछ अच्छा प्रोडक्ट तैयार करो, बस यही मेरा काम था। घर से कॉर्पोरेशन तक, छोटे गांव तो पूरा डिस्पोज करके इलेक्ट्रिसिटी तैयार करो, गांव क्लीन करो, गांव इलेक्ट्रिसिटी पर निर्भर करो, खुद की इलेक्ट्रिसिटी खुद तैयार करो, खुद के गांव में गैस खुद तैयार करो और यूज करो, गांव क्लीन हो जाएगा, बस फिनिश।
No matter what you ask, because passion is so much that all other challenges, seem little. That is what Gururaj seems to be so excited every time she comes to her, idea. My questions were different then, but I asked the same thing from Naveen. Two things, Gururaj keeps talking about गाँव की बात और शहर की बात. तो ये जो पूरा entrepreneurship का mindset है, it seems it's little bit urban and big city. We imagine women with coat and nice dress and laptop and everything. It's a really different picture in her and you as well. So what is it that differentiates Hubli to tier cities from Bangalore, Mumbai, Gujarat? And why is it difficult or easier for women here to think about that?
question which touches my heart, because that was year 1972. I was still around 19 years or so when I got married. And I am coming basically from Mumbai, born and brought up in Mumbai. And when I came to Hubli, it is like Pushpak Vimanam, you know. If I felt that I am alive, I used to walk briskly to Dharwad and come back. I said, yes, now today I am there. It was a very sleepy town, and then we really were wondering, we had the options open. My husband had come from UK, he was an immigrant, and yet he decided to settle here and start architecture with the passion that North Karnataka needed architecture, you know. Way back someone had said that if you want to deny self-respect and subjugate a person, deny them architecture. You know, that had gone into my mind, and I always felt that such beautiful countryside. Hubli, Dharwad was such beautiful countryside. What it lacked was, a beautiful part was translating into a concrete jungle, where there was Gandhian in our thoughts. So we left all the very promising careers in Mumbai and in Bangalore, and we decided to settle here, and we have stuck to that decision. Now, that was very difficult. Sticking, you know, many a times opportunities came where we could have just left and taken an upward, mobility. But for me, what is very important is I had an opportunity of going to the grassroots levels and developing architecture. So then money means it's going to really leak and I will have to continuously have to work. But she said, I don't mind a sloping roof, a very pretty house, but I want an RCC. I don't know how you are going to design, because I have seen that the flat roof is like a hot tawa. I can make bhakri on it. So all sorts of challenges she put it in front of me. And that streets to be dust free. I want a whole lot of, sometimes I feel I want to do something about the waste and the dust. My another passion is dust. So what has happened is, from that a simple, humble architecture of a small, my first assignment was designing a toilet in Vijapur. First day,